we're going to do something a little bit different, at least for us. It won't seem different at first, and that's why I'm editing together 3 days today. And we're going to go the Joja route, just for a little bit of a change of pace. We had our last run we tried to do that went poorly, well, just because of one thing, and that's the pufferfish. So we're starting over, and we're going to do Joja route. We're going to speed through probably these first like 10 days or so. So I'll just kind of cut them up and edit out all the boring parts. And then we'll get back into the longer episodes and pretty much just uncut footage. But we are going to start out the same way we always start out, which is cutting down a bunch of trees so we can make chests, meeting everybody in town for a little extra money, and then fishing a ton. So, we do our normal route, which is, head south around 9 a.m., grab all the forage, meet Jazz, and then head back into the city. Nothing too groundbreaking there. The only changes will actually come up after we're in the mines, when we're not going to do anything with the community center at all, and probably just do only Joja bundles. I think the way we'll do this, we might do a couple community center bundles, just like the free ones, For example, the mining bundles are all really, really easy to do. So there's a chance we'll do those. But I'm thinking we don't. I'm thinking what we do is just skip community center entirely, except for the single cutscene that we have to activate in order to get the Joja stuff going. And then we'll buy the... Oh, I forgot about that. We got an eggplant parmesan, which is really nice. It allows us to cut a bunch more trees today. But we're going to go right to buying desert access and just cruising from there. I think we'll be able to get into the desert pretty early. I would say around maybe the 10th or so. That's like the tentative goal. And yeah, we're just going to do that. I think it'll be easy. It'll get us there pretty quick. Money is usually the least of our worries on these runs. So this will just help us alleviate any problems, but if you could think of anything else I could add to this run to make it a little more different, feel free to shout out. These first, like I said, the first couple of days, like the first 10 days or so, they're pretty much planned out. I haven't recorded them or played them, but feel free to give any advice or what you think I should do going forward. I don't know. I'm just kind of don't feel like playing catch up on that old file. So, we're like killing 14 days until I can buy a pufferfish. So just starting fresh. Never done Joja. Maybe I'll do Joja all the way through. I know you can like buy walnuts now. You can just buy a ton of stuff through. And we actually got level 2 foraging, which is rare. That's just because we had that extra food that we ate, so we can chop down some more trees. And we made a ton of money too, so we have more than enough to buy the fishing rod tomorrow. I will say, so far this run has gone pretty well. I've restarted a ton of times, just to make sure I get like decent footing in the beginning, and even with those restarts, we probably could have done better in some stuff. You'll see on day 3, it's not the most successful day. It's not the most like prolific catfish day, right? But we got in a good spot. We had really good luck today, specifically with bubbles. So depending on how I cut this up, you'll see I go up here, grab all the forage, and then I'm going to come down and fish in a very specific spot. And that's because I've played through this day numerous times and I knew there would be bubbles in that particular location. So we got some bubbles from around 8:10 to 10 a.m. I think, right here by this rock. And I know everybody thinks fishing by this rock is significant in any way. I know it's not. It's just a rock. It just happens to be far away from the dock so you can get higher quality fish. It's not the rock itself. But fishing here is not helpful. It's just to get these bubbles. And bubbles on day 1 are really, really valuable just because the faster you can get higher fishing level, easier it is to deal with catfish, the easier it is to kind of skyrocket your fishing level. So the bare minimum you want for your day 2, I would say, is level 4 fishing. I think that's what's going to give you, your best bet for success. I'm just going to speed this up, by the way. It's just fishing. It's not that interesting, and I know some of you like it. I don't, when it comes to like watching it and talking over it. So that's a good reason why I'm not. We'll leave some of the fishing in later on. But we're all sped up. I don't know if this is going to sound crazy or not. I also haven't done any voiceover stuff on this computer. So in general, it might sound all kinds of messed up. Who knows, man? Luckily, it'll only be like 2 or 3 episodes of sped up voiceover things anyway. It might even be less, just because it's so much fishing. Like our next episode might be like 6 days, or 5 days, with just significant events highlighted. I think we had good luck today. I didn't check. Day 1 and 2, there's no point in checking on luck, because there's nothing you can do about it. You have to go fish on day 2. You have to just wander around on day 1, so it doesn't really matter if your luck is good or bad, right? You're going to do what you're going to do. And going forward, I'll probably check luck more reliably, I guess, or consistently. And so we're only level 2 fishing, but we're going to go get the training rod just to make our lives a little bit easier. We're level 1 fishing, but we have level 2 because of the food. But we need level 2 fishing to buy the fiberglass rod. I was hoping you could cheat that by eating the food that gives you +1, but that +1 does not trigger the purchasable items, which is kind of sad. So we just have a little bit more fishing we got to do before we can run up and grab the rod to make things go a little faster. I think we had like 2 or 3 perfect chests today, which is crazy. That like skyrockets your fishing level, just because you get the double for the perfect and the double again for the chest. And I can't remember if they compound, but I believe they do. So which would make it a 4x, which is cool. And yeah, that's how we were able to get such a high fishing level today, which you'll see in a little bit here. But yeah, another chest. We got a lot of chests. We didn't really get anything good out of the chests, I will say. Yeah, it's not the best chest day. Like, we're really hoping for like a ton of diamonds and iridium bands and Neptune's glaives and stuff like that, but in the beginning, like, it's not really worth resetting over bad chests. It's only worth resetting over like a bad fishing level, I would say. So yeah, as of now, we only have geodes and glass shards, which is not anything. I did mess up right there, and I ate a trout soup while I already had a +1 going. So I should have waited. I did think about restarting there, but that would be a little silly, so I didn't. And yeah, the remainder of today, we just fish into the night until we pass out. And our goal is to basically just fish as much as possible, take home all the most valuable stuff, including like the most valuable fish. And then tomorrow we want to buy something around like 400 bait for our fishing rod, just so we have enough bait to last through the entire fishing portion of the run. And that's exactly what we did. I don't recall what we got from the chest. Well, you'll see it when I eventually open the chest and look here. I do believe we got a trident, a broken trident, but I don't know if that's today or tomorrow, so that may be a spoiler. Or it may have been a restart item. So we may not have it at all. It is highly possible. But yeah, so it's a lot of fishing. And that's what tomorrow is too, so be ready for that. No broken trident. Was there? I don't know, I didn't see one in there. I thought there was, but I don't know. Either way, if we don't have one, that's fine. If we get one tomorrow, that's even better. It's just nice to have for those early mines days if we do end up with a weapon. That's it. That's all I got for you. We will keep fishing. We got some gold ore, I guess, and some rubies, which are, that's something, you know. It's not diamonds, but it's something. And then we'll pass out sooner than later. We accidentally went sluggish, which doesn't really matter. I decided to take the halibut home with me because we have plenty of money and we already have a good amount of bait. So I don't need to sell a ton of fish to Willie. I just need to get around 400 and we should be in a good spot. And I'll take the flounder home too, and we'll sell that once we're like level 5 fishing or level 10 fishing. So yeah, aiming for fishing level 4. You could keep a 3 file if you wanted. I wouldn't. But we actually ended up getting 5 on this run, which is kind of crazy. It's very, very rare that I get 5 on my first day, but we did, so that helps out tremendously. And then we check our luck today. We do have, like, not perfect, but star drop luck, I guess, which will help with catfish a little bit. It'll at least help with chests. And we're going to do the same thing again today. We're literally just going to fish. And I thought I had to make a chest, but I remembered I do not, so that's what I was doing. And then we head down. We'll fish until like 9 a.m. or something, or like 8 something, and then walk over to the beach to grab our chest, some additional bait, and some trout soup. Again, the trout soup thing is not necessary, but in this case we had extra money. We could have either bought more bait or trout soup, and so we decided to do the trout soup to make the catfishing just a little bit easier. There's nothing more frustrating than losing a catfish, and at one point today, I probably cut it out because it doesn't matter, but I do lose a catfish and a chest, and that always kind of hurts. But this chest, I kept this in because this is crazy. I don't care necessarily that I got an ancient seed because I won't do much with it, but it is nice to get one on day 3 from a chest, so I am happy with that. Ancient seeds, they mean less and less the more you min-max, I've noticed. In the beginning, they're cool to find, don't get me wrong, because it's a cool thing that it's sometimes really hard to get and it might elude you for a long time, but its overall value is not really there for like a min-max style run. When you're churning out like 900 starfruit in the beginning of summertime, one ancient seed doesn't really make a huge difference. And obviously as soon as you can get a greenhouse, the better, and that's kind of nice, but that could have been a perfect probably. It's nice to have that. It's nice to have later on for kind of a hands-off, relaxed approach to playing. But for my needs, it's just another item to donate to the museum. I guess I should also say, I don't know what our goals are for this file. I don't think it's just to complete Joja as soon as possible, but maybe it is, because we can try and go for just getting Joja done. And that will be pretty fast, I think. If we get in the caverns early, and we get our starfruit stuff going, I think we can have the Joja Mart done by easily by the end of summer, right? We could probably get it done midsummer if we really focus on it. But we also, if we want to do perfection on this file or anything else, we want to set up our summer to be valuable, right? So we'll have to kind of consider what we want to do there. I wonder, man, I do hope I got that broken trident and it's not just, it wasn't on a deleted save. Because that is so nice to have. Especially when you're like killing ghosts and stuff like that. Because that special attack kind of locks them in. I don't know, we'll see. That's the thing about these voiceovers, is I forget pretty frequently what I'm doing. It's fair, I mean, I forget as I play. So naturally I forget if I don't play for even another, like one single day. Like I played half this last night, half of this morning. I've just been like really behind on everything in general. Even right now, I'm behind this morning. I have to go water the garden, which is not a big deal. I like take a shower and like have breakfast and all that. So there's like little things I gotta do that take time. And I'm just lagging behind today. I think the garden and house chores have been adding up for me in real life, not in Stardew Valley. I think that's just been adding up a bit, and you just get behind, you know? That's all it really boils down to. And that's where we're at. So yeah, the rest of the day we're just gonna keep on fishing. We typically like to have like 17 to 20 catfish a day. In this case, I think we end up with quite a bit less than that. But I was a little bit over resetting, and I figure if you're at least double digits, you're in a good spot for catfish. You're not going to be perfect. You're not going to get everything you need every single time, but you know, you do as much as you can, right? I'm just really curious if I did get that trident. And maybe we'll see it. Maybe it's like right here. That'd be nice. Then I would know, and I wouldn't have to think about it anymore. Let's see. Oh, no, it's Strange Dawn a diamond, which is cool. Oh, there it is. It is in there. So I have a broken trident, and I got 2 diamonds today, so that is helpful. I mean, it's what, 1,500 bucks just for doing nothing, basically, so I am happy with that. I hope my garden's doing well. It got really cold overnight, unexpectedly. A couple nights ago, the day we planted everything. And so now everything's kind of sad, but I think it's okay. And then it's going to be hot today. It's like hot in the day, cold at night. Which is a little funky for peppers and tomatoes, but we'll get more into that stuff later on. Today I mostly just wanted to establish what we're up to on this particular save. And I guess I gotta probably figure out a thumbnail at some point. And I'm not good at that stuff. But we'll figure it out. And you're probably watching this when I intended it to come out, hopefully. If not, it is what it is, you know? A little bit late, never killed anybody. But yeah, fishing, man. We got 12 catfish, that's fine. It's not a big deal. The goal today, you know, as many catfish as possible. And the other side goal is level 6 fishing, typically. But because we got 5 yesterday, we can kind of raise that goal to 7. And hope we kind of stay on this fast path, the fast track to high fishing. And now we also just need to hope for rainy days, right? That's the biggest thing. There's not a lot of rainy days. Or not a lot of control, sorry, over rainy days, aside from totems. But in this case, I mean, we'll just hope we have good luck. The only days, like tomorrow will not be rainy because we checked. The 5th, I guess it doesn't really matter, but ideally the 5th isn't rainy. So you can get this cutscene. And then after that, you pretty much want every single day to be rainy. That's what you want, you know. That way you can get catfish. They're just so much more valuable than largemouth bass. Largemouth bass at the lake. And yeah, here's the other thing. I don't know how long this video is, because the thing I'm using to record is way worse than what I used to use. It's that like DaVinci Dissolve or DaVinci Resolve. And I think this is such an awful program. And maybe it's because it's too advanced and I'm not an advanced user, but man, I do not like it. It's so clunky and funky. But I think there's like a minute left. I don't know. I need like another monitor, I think. Have it like half displayed. But, you know, I mean, I guess I know how long it is because I know there's 40 minutes left in the day, so I can use that as a reference. I also don't know if this is even recording. I'm that behind on knowing how stuff works. But yeah, Joja route, that's what we're doing. And just let me know if you think there's anything cool I should do or anything different after these first couple days, and I'll take your considerations, at least into consideration, or your thoughts into consideration. I know I asked people like, hey, what should I do? Should I just cheat in a pufferfish? And some people said do it, some people said Joja. And I weighed my options and I decided to go the Joja route. Ooh, I should have taken that copper home. That's a weird little mistake to make. But I guess that's okay. We'll have to stop back here sometime soon. Because we need as much copper as we can get for the 5th. Because that is a mining day, ideally. So we'll see. Anyway, we got level 6 and level 7. So that's it. I will see you next time for a couple more days.